dives to the beach and immediately gets stuck in the sand. God, I freaking love these things.
After 3 weeks in Cabo San Lucas, it was time to get out of the city and check out some different diving. Cabo Pulmo is about 2 hours away from Cabo San Lucas city center, and the last 15 kilometers are a rough dirt road. This part of Los Cabos is a van lifer's dream. Here you'll encounter beautiful free beaches and great nomadic communities. One thing to note though, it can be super windy, and the flies, well, they're persistent. If you don't have a camper, it's possible to do a day trip to Cabo Pulmo either from La Paz or Cabo San Lucas, but you'll need to rent a car or pay a taxi to spend the full day with you.
This is huge. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, I have been looking at Starlink for forever because my biggest issue with all the work that I do is that I don't have connection or it's not very strong. And I have been on such a tight budget, I haven't been able to even consider Starlink. It's been on my wish list for a long time now, but the Black Friday or Cyber Monday, I don't remember which one, whatever deal that was only available in Mexico was so good that I just decided to do it, make my life easier. We're going for it. I do not know if I have enough battery power to even power this thing, so we're gonna figure it out. What do we think about this, Abby? Oh my god, what am I doing?
Power is definitely an issue for me. I have 200 watts of solar on my roof and a foldable 100-watt panel that I can move anywhere to face the sun. I have one Jackery 300 and a Goal Zero 200. I can make it work with my computer and the Starlink as long as I monitor the batteries and make sure I have full charges by the time the sun goes down. Then I can run the Starlink for about 2 hours after sundown and still have enough power to run my refrigerator and other nighttime necessities.
I have been hiding out from the wind for the last few days, but today is the day. Finally getting on a boat. Cabo Pulmo is a really, really small town. It actually reminds me a lot of Ixcalac, where I used to live in Mexico, only like nicer. It's pretty cool. It's a cool place to hang out and like get away from the crazy of Cabo San Lucas.
Cabo Pulmo has less than 200 inhabitants with a booming tourist industry for how small it is. The marine park is a little over 70 square kilometers and has been protected as a national park since the 90s. The diving operation out of Cabo Pulmo is different from anywhere else in Mexico that I've encountered. The dive sites are assigned to the guides from a lottery system right before heading out to the water on the boat, so there's no way to reserve a specific area when booking your trip. The system is designed to regulate the amount of divers at the most popular sites. I was told that even so, tourism has increased so much for this area that it's going to have a rough time accommodating for everyone as time goes on. This means visiting in shoulder and low seasons will be your best bet for getting reservations and visiting the areas you're interested in.
There are areas for recreational activities, areas only for research. These two reefs here, it's only for science. And there are this area which is called buffer zone.
I was lucky enough to get the dive site that I wanted for my 1 day of diving in Cabo Pulmo. We went to El Vencedor. We were off to see the bull sharks. Another conservation rule that the Cabo Pulmo National Park enforces is on dive lights. You cannot use lights for diving with the sharks, which can mean a kind of darkish dive if the visibility is low, but honestly, it's stunning regardless. Adult bull sharks can grow to be about 2 to 3 meters long with a bulky body and no markings on their fins. They have small beady eyes and are generally solitary, but can be found in small groups like you see here. Although these can be dangerous sharks if you're spearfishing, they're normally uninterested in scuba divers, only occasionally making close passes to check us out. As with any kind of shark diving, make sure to minimize movement and keep your hands to yourself. Follow whatever local guidelines are in place and stick close to your guide. Bull sharks can live for 25 or 30 years and are considered vulnerable by the International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List status. Although bull sharks are number 3 on the International Shark Attack file, they're right behind great whites and tigers, you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning than getting attacked by a shark. Obviously, if you spend a lot of time in the water, particularly at the surface surfing, swimming, or spearfishing, your chances go up. But the reputation of being terrifying human eaters is really unfair. Humans kill millions of sharks every year, so there is still a lot of conservation work to be done to minimize our impact on the ocean food chain. To me, the most fascinating thing about bull sharks is that they can osmoregulate, which allows them to live in fresh water for long periods of time. They've even been found far up rivers, like the one that was caught in 1937 in Alton, Illinois. They've been spotted even further upriver in the Amazon. Bull sharks give birth to live young in or near fresh water, so newborns and juveniles will spend more time in freshwater habitats, giving them protection from predators. Older sharks tend to spend more time in the ocean. However, there are outlier populations that live in rivers and lakes throughout the world. If you want to learn more about bull sharks and support conservation efforts, check out the links in the description below. Outside of the bull sharks, Cabo Pulmo's marine diversity is expansive, and due to the long history of conservation, the reef and its creatures are very healthy. You can see everything from whales to different types of rays, huge schools of snappers and trevallies, and small creatures like gobies and nudies. Honestly, one day of diving just isn't enough here.
Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go, go, go. Go get him. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go. Go. Abby, where are you going?
If you plan on spending more time in Cabo Pulmo, make sure to check out the hiking trails for some spectacular views, especially around sunrise and sunset. If you have your mountain bike, the hills around town are also really great for a little adventure.
Come on. No? Just
Slowly.
go.
We did it!
Oh man. This wind's coming in the door. It's really glamorous, isn't it? That perfect golden hour light. Look at that. This is stupid.